would call Crystal Berto.
Raise your hand. Do you swear from the testimony about the will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
I just want you to step up and down. I'll tell you what I told you in the witness. Question and answer, try not to talk. Or whether, even if you think you know the answer, or you know the question can be. If you hear the word objection, please pause and I'll let you know when to continue. We'll go first, the state will second, and then we'll go third.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Could you please introduce yourself to the jury?
My name is Crystal Barreto. I am the sister of Daisy Link.
Okay, so Daisy's your sister.
Yes.
Um, do you live in Florida?
I live in Homestead, Florida.
Okay. Back in 2022, did you also live in Homestead, Florida?
Yes.
Back in June of 2022, around June 19th, June 20th of 2022, did you come to learn about something that happened to your sister, to Daisy?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Without telling me what was told to you, did you at some point receive some pictures?
Yes.
How did you receive those pictures? From who?
From Daisy through text message.
Through text message. So Judge, if I may approach, I'm showing you what's already in evidence as State's Exhibit. Well, I'll start with State Exhibit B. Is that one of the pictures that you saw, that you received from Daisy?
Yes.
And what is that? What do you see in that picture?
Daisy's with blood all over her shoulder area and looks like some hair and on her shirt.
Okay. I'm now showing you what is in evidence as Defense Exhibit C. Is that one of the pictures that you received from Daisy on that same instance?
Yes, it is.
And what do you see in that picture?
It's Daisy's head, opened like a gash in her head with blood on her head and her hair.
So after you received that notification from Daisy and you received these pictures, did there come a point after that where you met with your sister Daisy in person?
Yes, when she sent me the pictures, I offered to take her to the hospital. And I went in person to her home to get her children so that she would be able to go to the hospital and get treated for her injuries.
Okay, now when you went to her home for that purpose,
Mhm.
do you know how long it had been since she had received those injuries?
It had been maybe a few hours, maybe 24 hours. I don't really know the time frame of when it happened because I wasn't there when it actually happened. I was only there, after the fact and to get the children from her to make sure they were in a safe place so that she could get treated for the injuries that were on her head that looked severe, in my opinion.
And that was going to be my next question. When you saw Daisy, did you have an opportunity to actually see her head and see her injuries?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you see when you made that observation?
I seen open wounds on her head area. It looks like you can see like her skull, lots of blood, lots of swelling all over her head. I urged her to go to get medical treatment because I felt like something could happen to her because it didn't look, anybody who would have saw that injury would have been worried for her safety and for her life.
So you took care of her children, and what did Daisy do when you took care of her children, as far as you know?
As far as I know, because I was checking up on her through the time frame of how she was and how she was feeling, She went to the hospital to get medical treatment while I stayed with her children.
Okay. Now, without telling me what you said or what anybody else said, at some point, did you communicate with somebody else or share those pictures with somebody else?
Well, as soon as I saw the pictures, and I immediately contacted my mother, and I let her know that
Objection, hearsay. Hold on. So remember, just gonna answer the question. So it's the same, if you're gonna pause, and he's gonna ask another question, okay?
okay.
I don't want to get into what you told her or anything, but in your communications with your mother, did you send her those pictures that I just showed you?
Yes, I did. I did send her those pictures.
All right. At some point after that, your mother lives in Texas, right?
Correct.
Some point after that, did your mother come down to Florida?
Yes, she did.
Around this time, were you, just for context, around this time, did you have some kind of medical issues yourself?
Around this time when this was happening, I had just given birth, and I had a cesarean section, and I wasn't able to really do a lot to try to help Daisy and with the kids, because my mobility was kind of limited on what I was able to do as far as, trying to help out in a way that I really couldn't help out.
Okay. All right, so your mother came down to Florida. What was your understanding of what your mother's plan was in coming down to Florida?
Objection, hearsay, extraction, hearsay. Oh, if you know. So I'll guess, if you know.
So what I know, what we communicated, what I asked of her was to come down to Florida because the injuries that I saw looked really severe, and I figured they could be life-threatening to me, in my opinion. Please come down, take Daisy and her children to Texas, which was a safer place for them.
And as far as you know, was that the plan?
Yes, that was the plan.
Now, you live in Homestead, you live relatively close to Daisy, correct? Or you lived relatively close to Daisy, correct?
Yes.
At that time period, as far as you know, was Pedro living with Daisy?
From what I know, he was not living with Daisy.
Okay. Now, I want to fast forward to shortly before Pedro lost his life.
Mhm.
Did you go to Daisy's house at some point to pick up your mother?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me about that, please?
She had called me. I don't remember exactly the time. I know it was like early morning hours, maybe 12 midnight, maybe 1 in the morning. I don't remember exactly the time to come and pick her up.
Objection, hearsay. Don't tell us well, if you have an answer. Remember, you want to say what other people told you. So with that limitation, you can continue.
Okay, so we went to pick her up, me, my ex-husband, and Laylene.
Laylene was with you also?
Yes, from the home. I stayed in the back. I didn't get out the car because, I was with injury. And I don't remember exactly what happened when I got there. I just remember going to pick her up and leaving,
So you went and it was around what time?
It was late. It was maybe early morning. It had been maybe 12 p.m., 1 in the morning, but I know it was like early morning hours. I'm
Okay.
sorry, 12 a.m., 1 a.m., around there.
All right, around 12 a.m. to 1 a.m.
Right.
Okay. So you went, you stayed in the car, right?
Yes,
Did your cousin Laylene, is Laylene your cousin?
she's my niece.
Your niece, I'm sorry. Laylene, she got off the car?
Yeah, she got off the car to maybe help my mom with whatever she had, her bag or something. She got in the car. My husband was there.
and you guys left.
Then we left, yes.
Now, at some point later, do you end up coming back?
Yes, we ended up coming back.
Okay. All right, so without telling me what anybody told you, how is it that what happened that caused you to come back?
There was a phone call to come and pick up Daisy's children from her home because an accident happened.
Okay. So when you arrive, do you recall having any interactions with any members of law enforcement?
When we arrived, when we first got there, there was a detective. I don't remember exactly his name. He introduced himself from the homicide. He was, I don't remember his name. I just remember what he looked like.
What did he look like?
He was kind of tall, slim built, young looking guy. He had asked us for our identification when we got there, and he introduced himself from the homicide.
When you say he asked us, who are you referring to?
Me and my mother.
You and your mother. Okay. He asked you for ID.
Right. He asked us for our ID. He said he was from the homicide. And he said that my sister was in the police car.
Okay. Was that the extent of your exchange with that particular detective?
No, after he took my ID, he then called me to the back of a car. And then he proceeded to tell me that he had far worse news for me than what was going on there. And I was confused. I didn't understand, what exactly news he had for me. And he told me that my driver license was suspended for over a year and that he could take me to jail if I was driving. And
Objection, hearsay, relevance, overruled.
I asked him if he was trying to intimidate me. And he was like, well, your driver's license is suspended for over a year and I could take you to jail.
Hearsay, relevance, overruled.
So I told him, isn't there something more important going on here than a suspended driver's license? Because you told me you were from the homicide bureau, so I'm guessing somebody's passed away here. And you're worried about my driver's license being suspended.
And then what happened?
And then he proceeded to try to ask me some questions, and I told him that I did not want to talk to him anymore after that. So he then had a woman detective come question me.
Before we get to the woman detective, what you just described, was that the entire extent of your exchange with that male detective, or was there anything else?
Just about my driver license being suspended and him wanting to detain me.
At any point, did you tell that male detective, Daisy must have killed Pedro?
At that point, we really didn't know what had happened because we had just gotten there.
Did you at any point to any detective or any member of law enforcement ever say, Daisy must have killed Pedro, or anything like that to anyone?
No, only whatever I wrote on my statement, that was the only time I talked about any issues that were going on.
Okay, so you said you spoke to a female detective after that.
Yes.
Can you tell me about that exchange or that interaction?
When I
Objection,
spoke,
hearsay. I'm sorry, what was the question? Spoke to female detective.
I'm asking her what occurred when she had this exchange with this female detective that she spoke to after the male detective.
So who will remember, you're not gonna say what anyone told you, right?
right, just what I
Just
said,
asking about the exchange.
right. We just exchanged what happened a couple of days before the incident.
Objection, overruled.
So we,
Did you show anything to the detective?
correct, I showed her the pictures of her injuries,
The same pictures I
the
just
same
showed you?
pictures,
Okay, you showed it to the female detective,
correct.
and
And I also showed her the messages that we had exchanged during that period of the exchanging of the photos.
okay,
And she then proceeded to tell me that she wasn't interested in that part of the situation, that she was only interested about what happened the night of leading up until the events of when Pedro passed away.
Okay. Was there any more to the exchange? Did it end there, or was there more to it?
I just basically told her what I knew from that point on. That I dropped my mom off, that she was going to leave with my mother after the incident had happened. And that was basically what happened up until the point where he had passed away.
Thank you, ma'am. That's all the questions I have at this time.
Good afternoon, Ms. Berto.
Good afternoon.
So you were asked on direct examination about the statement you made to police, and I don't want to misquote you.
Mhm.
So you mentioned that you never told police anything about if Pedro is dead, Daisy must have shot him.
Correct.
You said you never told police that.
No, they asked me if I recall telling them that, and I told them, no, I did not recall saying that.
I'm sorry, Ms. Berto, so I want to get this clear. On direct examination, when the defense attorney asked you,
Mhm.
do you remember telling the police if Pedro was dead, Daisy must have shot him? You
Mhm.
said, I never told police that. Did I misquote you?
Are you talking about when he did my deposition?
No, I'm talking about right now when he was asking you the question.
Correct.
That's what you said?
Right.
You remember giving a deposition.
I do.
The state was there,
Yes.
the defense attorney was there,
Mm-hmm.
a court reporter was there,
Yep.
and they were typing everything you said.
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And you swore to tell the truth, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The whole truth,
Yes.
and nothing but the truth. Just like you're doing here today.
Just like I'm doing here right now.
Now directing court counsel and witness to Ms. Barreto's deposition, page 28, starting at lines 22. Question. Permission to approach the witness, Judge? I'm gonna start here.
Mm-hmm.
Question. Do you remember saying that if he, meaning Pedro, is dead, that Daisy must have shot him?
Yes.
Answer.
No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
saying
saying
that.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
But today, you remember 110%, you didn't say it.
Right.
So is it that you don't remember or you didn't say it, Ms. Barreto?
Well, the question was, did I remember when he asked me? And I said, no, I don't remember.
No, the question was, did you make the statement? And you said you didn't. So my question is, did you not make the statement or is that you don't remember?
But I think you just read me the question and it said, do you remember saying that? And I said, I do not remember saying that.
Absolutely. So Ms. Barreto, I'm gonna ask you again.
Mm-hmm.
Is it that you did not make the statement for sure? Or is it that you don't remember making that statement?
I did not make the statement 100% for sure. Unless I was a psychic, then I would have made the statement, but
Okay.
I'm not a psychic.
Okay, so now I want to talk about other questions you were asked on direct examination.
Okay.
You were also asked about the pistol whipping situation.
Okay.
You weren't there when that happened though, right?
I was not there when it happened.
So you don't know how it happened.
I don't know how it happened.
You don't know why it happened,
No,
where it happened,
no, I wasn't there.
right? So you, only thing you know is what Daisy herself told you happened.
Correct.
Okay. Now, you are Daisy's sister,
I am.
but
Daisy's
you,
sister.
but you didn't live with Daisy in 2022.
No, I didn't.
And therefore you didn't know if Daisy and Pedro were living together in 2022.
I didn't live with her.
So that's a
I
no, you
wouldn't. I
didn't.
wouldn't know who's living in her home. Only what she tells me.
Right, so that's a no, you wouldn't know if Pedro was living in the home.
I didn't live with her, so I wouldn't know unless she told me something.
Okay, and you never And Pedro was a trucker, right?
From what I know, yes, he was a trucker.
And Pedro would support Daisy and the kids.
I don't know that.
Object to relevance.
You don't know that?
No,
Did your sister work?
she was
Object to
working.
relevance.
Sorry, you can answer. Did she work?
From what I know, she was working
Where?
at a towing place.
That was in 2022?
I don't remember what year it was. I just remember her working there.
But, so my question is specific. In 2022, do you know if she was working?
I don't remember if it was 2022, what year. I just remember her working at a tow place.
So you're not sure, sorry.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now, you were also asked about the pistol whipping, the injuries. You
Mhm.
mentioned that you called your mom and you told your
Yes.
mom to come get her.
Yes,
But when your mom came down, she didn't go directly to Daisy's house right away, right?
no, she came to my house.
So that's a yes, she didn't go directly to Daisy's house. She went to your house.
Correct.
So your mom was concerned, but she didn't go see Daisy right away.
No, she went to my home where the kids were at.
Okay. And you also mentioned going to the hospital, and I believe you said with those kind of injuries, you would want to go to the hospital right away. Did I quote you right?
Yes, I would.
Do you know if Daisy went to the hospital right away?
No, I believe it was the next day.
So do you know if she called police that day either?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Now, I want to talk about the night of the shooting.
Mhm.
You mentioned that you went to pick up your mom from the house that day,
Right,
but you didn't get out of the car.
no,
So you didn't see Pedro,
no,
you didn't see Daisy,
no,
and you didn't see any of the kids either.
nope, I didn't.
Now, you also mentioned that your mom came down to get Daisy because she was scared for her.
I asked my mom to come down and get Daisy because I was scared of what I saw in those pictures.
Okay, but you don't know if Daisy and Pedro were communicating from the day of the pistol whipping. You don't know if they kept communicating up until the night he was shot.
I don't know that information.
Would it surprise you to learn that they were still communicating?
It would surprise me.
Would it surprise you to learn that she went to go pick him up the night he was shot from his friend's house?
It would surprise me, yes.
Moment to confer, Judge. No further questions.
You were asked a question a few moments ago about you only knowing what Daisy told you, right?
Correct.
Well, you saw pictures for yourself, right?
Yes, I did.
And you saw those injuries for yourself, right?
I did see them.
And those injuries were fresh, right?
They were pretty fresh.
And there was open wounds on her head, right?
Open wounds, blood, and you can see her skull bone.
So that's not just what she told you, right?
No, it's what I saw in
You saw it with your
person.
own eyes, right?
Yes, with my own eyes.
And what effect did seeing that have on you?
Objection, relevance. Oh, you can answer.
I felt like it was life-threatening. I felt like,
Hold on, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Crystal.
Sorry.
You're gonna pause that answer.
do I go this way or I stay there? Okay. Life away. Life away. Situation.
So, once you see that, you do, and what if anything is crossing your mind?
When I seen that, I felt like the situation was an emergency situation to where either Daisy herself or her kids had to be taken out of that situation. To me, it was not a very good place for either of them to be, and it was a very dangerous situation. To where if somebody would do that to me, I would feel like they were trying to take my life away.